This is the part 1 of the video series on problems on profit and loss percentage. And here we have a problem that says a shopkeeper purchased 200 bulbs for rupees 10 each. However, 5 bulbs were fused and had to be thrown away. The remaining were sold at rupees 12 each. Find the gain or loss percentage. Okay, so assume that you are that shopkeeper who purchased 200 bulbs. So you purchase 200 bulbs and the cost of each bulb is rupees 10. Now tell me what will be the cost price. So the cost price or the CP of these 200 bulbs will be rupees 200 multiplied by 10, that is rupees 2000, right? So this is the cost price. Okay, now your 5 bulbs were fused and they have to be thrown away. So 5 bulbs are fused. So now tell me how many bulbs you can actually sell. So you can actually sell only 200 minus 195, 200 minus 5 bulbs, that is 195 bulbs. So this is the number of bulbs that can be sold. Now the selling price of these 195 bulbs will be rupees 195 times, you are selling at rupees 12 each, so 12, and when you solve it you get the selling price comes as rupees 2340. Okay, now clearly the selling price is greater than the cost price because it is 2340 and it is rupees 2000. It means that you are making a profit. You are making profit, but you have to calculate the profit percentage, right? You have to calculate the profit percentage. Now we know that the profit percentage or loss percentage is always calculated on the cost price. We know this one, and the formula to calculate the profit percentage, like in this case we have profit, so the profit percentage will be the profit you make divided by cost price multiplied by 100. We know all these things, right? So what's the profit actually? If it were loss percentage, then at the place of profit it would be loss, but since this is profit percentage, therefore we have profit here. So what is the profit? Profit is rupees 2340 minus rupees 2000. So you get rupees 340. This is your profit. So you put this value here, you get 340, and the cost price is 2000 multiplied by 100. So these two zeros here and this is get cancelled, and your answer comes as 17%. So this is your profit percentage when you sell 195 bulbs at rupees 12 each. We have another problem here, and in this case the problem says a shopkeeper bought 2 fans for rupees 1200 each. He sold one at a loss of 5% and the other at a profit of 10%. Find the selling price of each. Also find out the total profit or loss. Okay, so it says that you bought 2 fans. Let this be fan 1 and this is the first fan, this is second fan. So rupees 1200 and rupees 1200. Okay, he sold one at a loss of 5%. Let this one you sell it at loss of 5%. Okay, so this is the cost price of this fan, right? This is the cost price of this fan, and this is the cost price of this second fan. And the other one you sell it at a profit of 10%. So let this be the one that you sell at 10%. Okay, so find the selling price of each. Now tell me that we calculate the profit and the loss at cost price, right? So this is the loss that you make when you sell this fan. So the loss is off, the loss percentage is off, loss percentage is 5%, right? So what's the loss that you make? The loss that you make is actually 5%, that is 5% of, let me write it like this. The loss you make is 5% of the cost price, that is rupees 1200. So the loss you get is 5 by 100 multiplied by 1200. So the loss is of rupees 60. So this is the loss that you make when you sell this fan at 5%, okay, at loss of 5%. Now this is the loss that you make. So what will be selling price? Now clearly the selling price will be, in this case, will be cost price minus loss. So the cost price is rupees 1200, and the loss is rupees 60. It's rupees 60. So you get the selling price as of this first fan as rupees 1140, right? This is the selling price of this fan. Let this be selling price 1. Now let's calculate for this one. In this case you sell it at a profit of 10%. Now profit percentage is, in this case, 10%. Okay, so what's the profit that you actually make when you sell this fan at profit of 10%? So the profit will be, remember, we always calculate the profit and loss at cost price, on cost price. So 10% of the cost price, that is 1200. So in this case you get 10 by 100 multiplied by 1200, and your profit comes as rupees 120. So in this case, since you're making a profit of rupees 120, your selling price will be cost price plus profit. So the cost price is how much? Is rupees 1200, and the profit you make is 120. So your selling price, let this be SP2. So selling price of this fan, second fan, is rupees 1320. This is the selling price of this one, right? So we have solved this first part. The second part asks also find out the total profit or loss. Now you have to calculate the total profit or loss. Okay, so the cost price, the total cost price will be how much? Rupees 1200 plus rupees 1200, right? The two fans, the total cost price is rupees 1200 plus 1200 means rupees 2400. Okay, tell me the total selling price of these two fans if you combine them, right? We have calculated the individual selling prices. Now add them together. So the selling price will be, total selling price will be rupees. If you add these two, you get, this is 2000, 2400 and 2460. So rupees 2400, let me check it again. So 2000, 2320, 460, yes. So this is the total selling price. Now tell me, isn't selling price greater than the cost price in this case, right? And that means that you are making actually profit, right? So your profit is, if you combine these two, the profit is actually selling price minus cost price, the total selling price minus total cost price. That is rupees 2460 minus 2400, and you get rupees 60. This is the total profit that you make when you combine these two fans together, the selling of these two fans together. It doesn't matter, here you make a loss and here you make a profit, but finally you are actually making a profit of rupees 60 despite this loss.